Merry Meet Annie here. This video is in response to some very interesting conversations I've been having with some of you in this past week or so. And as synchronicity always plays in our life, also some conversations I've been having elsewhere this week. The subject for this video might seem rather heady and serious. And actually I did that on purpose because much is made of this. And I'm going to make a little bit light of it. Not in the sense of not taking it seriously, but sharing my own opinions on the matter. Many of you have been communicating with me over the past couple of weeks about secrecy. You are very serious solitaires who have been studying, developing your practice, developing your relationship with the old gods. And you realize that what would help you is conversation. Talking to those who have experience of doing something like you or something different than you, and you have success in some of those conversations, but you are sharing with me honestly that you feel put off by those who say they are experienced traditional practitioners who have a brevity of answer, which almost always includes, I can't say anything more about that because it's oath-bound. And you've asked me what my thoughts are on that, and I've shared that with you in our conversations. And I thought it was a good time to bring that to my channel, that opinion that I have on this subject. Several of you commented on the video I put up to ask you about if you had interest in doing something on ritual, a series, that you were intrigued with the idea, but you wondered what could I share without sharing too much, or sharing what I'm oath-bound not to share. I can tell you that never once have I come anywhere near on YouTube or in my life speaking with people and being in the pagan community. I have never once come near to betraying a bond, a promise that was given to any circle I have been with in my life, whether it was that first traditional circle or the more casual circles I have been in over the years. Whenever two or more of us gather, there will be secrets. The secrets are nothing more than what our relationship means to us and how the gods present themselves to us. I would say that a good part of the ways in which things were done in my earliest circles are now public knowledge. But what no one outside of that circle, even those who practiced the same way then or now, what no one can understand is the dynamics within that circle and the way in which the gods present themselves. Each circle, no matter how formal or informal, raises its own set of needs and expectations, and that is reflected in the way the gods make themselves present. Those things are intimate and meant to be held within the memory and the bond of any circle. If two of you come together to celebrate, to do ritual, to in some way formalize your religion, there will be things that have to do with only you that no one else needs be privy to. I do say, seeker, beware. If you are in conversation with someone who professes to be wise, trained, has a title or two or three or more, and the conversation always turns into a rebuff that they cannot share anymore with you, listen to the warning bells that go off in you. You could be encountering a couple of different situations. The worst case scenario is that that person is not who they profess to be. They can't discuss much with you because, in all honesty, their experience and their knowledge base doesn't equal your conversation. They really don't have anything to offer to you. They pose instead. You will also encounter those who truly do have experience, who aren't to a place of maturity in their own growth yet to know that we all share a great percentage of what we do, whether we are solitaire or covened. It takes a maturity to release the ego that has you hang on to, this works for me, but I can't tell you about it. It's a matter of maturity. Very good person who in time will learn comfortably to share, and equally as comfortably and without ego to hold private what is meant to be held private. And you will encounter, whether someone is a traditionalist or somebody who is an extremely practiced solitaire, who is mature and wise in their own path, you will encounter people who share much more openly than others. Listen to the whisper inside of you which says, this person has a knowledge, a true knowledge, that they're willing to share with me. I don't judge anybody's desire to hold certain things private. This is not about that. It's about the seeker who needs to use their instinct, which is truly part of your own spiritual maturity, to decide if you've encountered a poser or someone genuine and good-hearted who has not yet come to the place that they understand what is universal and what is private. And the person you will come across, and I do believe very often, of any path or experience that is graceful and easy with what they share. And when they say there's an area they don't want to discuss, you will not feel offended. In the series that I'm about to do on ritual, which I think is going to be pretty long and pretty in-depth, it's actually what you've asked for, and I am looking forward to doing it. There will be nothing that I am sharing that is not already in the public realm, or which is part of my personal practice, which I am very open about sharing. Every detail of my private celebration won't be shared. There is no point along the way of creating this. I can tell you that I will have any doubts about what I'm comfortable sharing, and there will be moments I will be able to think on the brothers and sisters I've celebrated with, about the things that I couldn't put into words even if I wanted to share, because they are so perfect and private. And I'll have those moments of being able to celebrate those memories. I'll thank you for that. And there will be things I won't share. But this serious secrets of traditional Wicca, what I titled this video, a little tongue-in-cheek. There really aren't many. If you understand intimacy, if you understand that we have relationships with people, and within each relationship there are things which are for that relationship only. And if you can conceive that there are things done in any circle, no matter how great or small, that are between the gods and that particular combination of people, then you begin to understand that every one of us has things that we will choose to hold private. I thought the time had come to say something about secrecy, since many of you have been kind enough to take me into your hearts, knowing I'm a traditionalist, and you don't hold it against me. And some of you say, well, it's because you don't get the feeling from me that I withhold. I do. Respectfully, I do. But at the same time, I don't unnecessarily. I wish you mirth and reverence. Mary Part.